solo.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. My name's Larmanades, and today we're going to go through the top 5 operators that are best for you to run in solos. To be honest, they've got a lot of utility. They've got me a lot of wins. I'm going to go through all of their actives, all of their passives, all of their ultimate abilities. If you like anything you see in the video today, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. It really does help me out. It's free for you to do, and if you don't like my content in the future, you can always turn it off. If you do like the video, smash the like button, and also let me know down in the comments if there is any videos you want done on super people addressing any topics that you have in particular, and I will do my best to try and come out with a video. But with no further ado, let's jump into the video and let's see these operators. So the first operator up on the list is Seeker. Your first ability is linked to your specialised weapon like all operators, and it goes up to 20% by the time you get to the end on damage. Cover fire right, you gain a 70% increased leaning angle and you take less damage. Border control, you take less damage, you get 10% more defense while closer to the storm and rising in levels. Home ground is the same on every operator. You will get home ground, which this one is mountains, so you get defense while near a mountain. Trajectory, you can see the trajectory of somebody else's throwable, and the damage received from the throwable will be reduced the more levels you go up. Hostiles detected will locate a single enemy closest to you within 50 meters radius, and the cooldown just gets lower the higher you level it up. Landing zone scan locates the enemy that have landed near you in your own landing zone for 5 minutes, and thereafter it will give you a 10% plus movement speed when it's finished. Heartbeat is an active, you activate with 4, and it goes up to 20 meters by the time you've finished, but it allows you to see heartbeats through walls. And then you've got Molotov traps, which are Molotov traps that are basically when you get close to them they will explode if you are the enemy. And then you've got quick slide, where you can do 3 slides for 8 seconds with a 60-second cooldown. Second on the list is Driver. Driver does the same on his special weapon. He has high speed smart bullets. Bullets that are slightly off will curve towards the target and damage the enemy, and they also go up in damage the higher levels you go. Mounted combat, you get 50% accuracy when shooting from a vehicle, and then it does your damage up from there. Home ground, his home ground is if you shoot people in and around vehicles, you gain defense stats. Explosion resistance, you get 100% damage received from vehicle collisions and explosions will be gone, and also going up from there will be C4 and grenades. You've got bulletproof glass, which is 10% of maximum HP, and it keeps going up. Nitro, you can do a nitro jump by pressing G, which makes it very hard for you to be shot at, and you can detonate it by pressing G afterwards when it's out. Smart key is something that you can use before you get your monster truck, which will summon any vehicle in the world to come to you. Until you have your truck, then it's no longer available. And smart detector will detect nearby enemies that hold anything like capsules or anything like that. So the third on the list for me is Strike Force. Strike Force is one of my favourites. You get rapid fire, so you get an increased SMG fire rate. You get lacerating rounds, which goes 10% accuracy up and going up. Bulletproof is amazing because the bulletproof shield, I'll go into that in a little bit. Long range defense, you take less damage over a long range shot, this going up over time. Mobile assault is the same. Your damage and defense is increased by 5% when running, all the way to 15%. Airwalk is a 50% walk duration effect falling from heights that does not reduce your HP, which is really handy. Tactical slide is what it is. You press C, you slide, and it's so much better because you gain movement speed. So this character is all about movement speed. So shoot and run, you'll also gain a 30% movement speed while shoulder aiming and aiming down sights. So again, he's all about mobility. This guy is my favourite, and his ultimate is a dash that runs straight at them. It's perfect for closing the gap. So like you'll see here, we see the guy teleport. Well, most other operators, you're not going to have a gap closing tool, and while these two guys are busy having a fight, this is the easiest way I've found to be able to get in and mop up the kill, because they're going to be looting, they're not going to hear you come at them because it all happens far too fast. Before you know it, you've killed the guy, he's dead. So yeah, Strike Force, my number 1 personally, but he's number 3 on the list because he's a little bit harder to get your head around and you have to use some brains. He does also have this, which saves you a lot. This is the defensive shield ability that I was talking about. It's just a passive. It's always up. It goes reduced in cooldown the higher the levels you get it, but it really does save you from that first shot when someone either third parties you or you get snuck up on. It literally saves you. It's a godsend. Hashtag I love Strike Force. Best class in the game. But like I say, for a newer operator, striker is not that easy, because you're going to have to use some big ball plays and run at people, but it's also good to get you out of a sticky situation like here. If you need to get away and you're being shot at, you can use that run, and you can also use this extended airwalk jump to get yourself out of there. Bye, Felicia. Moving on, we have the Gatling Soldier. If you like firepower, this is where it's at. So you get your Gatling gun, which increases in damage. Your Scar H major damage increase, it goes up to 30%. You get an AR magazine extension, which is up to 100% when finished on your capacity. Forward defense, which means you take less damage when being shot from the front, which is always handy because you have to headbutt people with him. Bullet tracer, you can now see the trajectory of people's bullets fired at you, which is so much easier to give up their position. Your dodge roll is insane because it increases your HP going up in time, and it's quite mad. Before you fight, you want to roll because it's one of your actives and you need to press G to activate. Smart bullet is the same as the other operator. The bullet bends slightly towards an enemy, which, you know, helps you sometimes when you're using your Gatling gun. Counter return fire is plus 5% damage and 5% defense when shot at, and it increases as you go up. And tactical slide is the same as striker. You get that slide, which helps you out in so many situations. Which is going to lead us to his cannon, and his cannon is insane because it has incendiary rounds doing burn damage. Yeah, you don't want to get caught in the open by that guy. And then last but not least, we have Nuclear. Nuclear is great, but she has no escape. So you've got point shooting, which is a 10% accuracy when hip firing, which goes up in time. You have the same with the RPG, which is maximum damage with your rocket launcher. Home ground grass, she's pretty good all over the map, to be honest, because if you're in the grass, you gain your defense. Energy upgrade, so if you take any energy bars, you will gain your health back, which is kind of handy. Weaving, so it'll automatically weave when being shot at if you're not paying attention. Doesn't make you impossible to hit, but it does make it a little bit harder to hit a headshot. Firewall is when you throw your Molotov and it will then turn into a wall, which is kind of annoying when you're trying to come up against it. Spatial awareness, you can detect shooters on your map. They will come up with a little red dot to where they are shooting. And then you got quick march, which is your movement. So that's the only mobility she has, but you do have a tactical nuke, which you can use to destroy people or use for area denial. To be honest, it happens a lot. The amount of times that I don't actually get a kill with a nuke, but I find it very, 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 very useful to zone someone to make them remove themselves behind cover. There's one quick tip I will tell you with a nuke, which is make sure you ping on the map where they are, because the amount of times I've thrown a nuke out and yeah, I've kind of missed it and it's scuffed, and when you've got like a 2-minute cooldown on it, if not a little bit longer, it can feel like a waste. But yeah, that's my top 5 list for you guys. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you very much for staying to the end. If you have stayed to the end, don't forget, we do stream on twitch.tv at 7 PM UK time every single day. The link will be down in the description, along with the Discord. If you're looking for like-minded people to play Super People with, then there's plenty of people in the Discord that are up for looking to group up, play squads, play duos. I'm also about to play myself, so yeah, if you ever want to jump in, do join. Also, make sure you're following the Twitter, because we will be running a giveaway very soon for the community. You need to be following the Twitch, you need to be following the Twitter, and you need to be subscribed to the YouTube. But yeah, that's it from me. Peace out, guys. Hasta la vista. Stay safe.